Alright, this is just going to be a short install video of how to install the new skid plate that I've got up on the website. It mounts to the bumper 2 spots, the radiator support 2 spots, and then the subframe 2 spots, so 6 spots total. These are the little brackets that go on the radiator support for this to mount to. I've got slots in here to allow for, if your radiator support is tweaked at all, that with these slots you still be able to bolt it up and that not be a problem. To install, I've used called riv nuts. There's 2 on the front of these. It goes to the bumper, some on here, and then you will need to install 4 of them on the underside of the car. 2 on the radiator support, 1 here and 1 there. If you look, there's kind of like it drops down a little bit. It goes in that hole there. There's 1 on each side, and then there are 2 holes in the subframe, 1 here and 1 there. You gotta tell. Right there, and then right over there. I will do a demonstration on how to install those with you can just do it with a nut and a bolt, or Harbor Freight sells a tool similar to this to be able to install these. It goes on there, screws on there. So essentially what these do is you'll put it in there, and then with the tool you just clamp the handles together. It mushrooms out that and wedges it in there. I will show an example of how to do it with the nut and bolt that I include also if you don't want to get the tool. Alright, this is just going to be a quick crash course on how to install the riv nuts with just a nut and a bolt that I'll include with the kit if you don't want to go get the tool. The tool is easier, but this is cheaper. I'll just throw this in with the skid plate. So it's the bolt with the riv nut threaded on there, and the larger nut that does not thread onto here. It needs to spin freely with the washer on top. Put grease on there, help everything move smoothly. So put it into the holes that we need. This bottom one is a 14, top one is a 10 or an 11. Ratchet the right way, then tighten it. Make sure you're pressing down with the ratchet.
Hold the 14.
There we go, 1 installed riv nut. You can do that for the 4 that you need to install in the chassis, or go to Harbor Freight, get the tool for 20-30 bucks, whatever it is, and that'll be easier. But this is an option if you don't want to spend more money. To install the radiator support brackets, take your bolt, put it up through there into your have it with this foot facing forward. Just give that a good snug, and we'll get the other one on there real quick. Now that we got the front brackets in, we'll go ahead and install the skid plate itself. Make sure you put it up underneath of the bumper, or on top of the bumper. just get them all in there, hand tight, get them all lined up, and then zip them down. Alright, so here's the skid plate completely installed, attached to the bumper in 2 places, the radiator support 2 places, and back there on the subframe I've got 2 washers under there just to give a little extra space under the oil pan so it's not rattling vibrations or anything, but it's pretty stout. This is 16 gauge steel. You can make it out of aluminum, but I feel like steel is going to hold up a lot better to anything you might hit, and scraping and stuff like that. It's not going to shred like aluminum would. But there it is.